Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're tackling something really interesting, advertising on Naver. You've shared some fantastic resources about this really dominant online platform.
Yeah.
And our goal today is, well, to cut through the noise a bit, we want to pinpoint the essential aspects of Naver Search Ads.
Right.
Understand exactly why they're such a game changer, especially if you're eyeing the South Korean market.
Absolutely. If South Korea is on your radar, getting to grips with Naver isn't just like a good idea, it's essential.
Really?
Oh yeah, it's the undisputed leader online there. People often call it the Google of South Korea.
Right, I heard that.
But interestingly, Naver actually came first. It launched as Korea's original web portal way back in 1999.
Wow, okay.
And then they developed their own search engine, which really solidified their top spot.
And when we say dominant, the numbers really back that up, don't they?
They certainly do.
We're looking at, what, over 58% of the search engine market share in South Korea?
That's right, over 58%.
Plus, over 30 million monthly active users, more than 42 million members. Their mobile app is consistently top-ranked.
Yeah.
And here's a fascinating bit. Over 25 million Koreans have Naver set as their browser's start page.
Think about that. That kind of ingrained usage, it just speaks volumes.
It really does.
It truly underscores Naver's pivotal role, in the daily online lives of South Koreans.
And for businesses,
Yeah.
that translates directly into a massive opportunity.
Huge. Mail Business News Korea reports that Naver ads command a staggering 66% of the entire Korean digital advertising market.
66%. Wow.
That single statistic should tell you where a significant chunk of your digital marketing focus needs to be if you want to connect with a Korean audience online.
Okay. So let's unpack the ad landscape a bit then. Our sources indicate Naver primarily offers two main categories: search ads and display ads.
That's the main split, yes.
And while there's apparently a whole array of ad products, maybe more than 10 in total, it's the search ads that seem to reign supreme. They're the most popular.
They are. Definitely the most widely used.
So for this deep dive, we're going to zero in on understanding the ins and outs of these Naver Search Ads.
That's a smart move. Think of Naver Search Ads as your direct line to potential customers. Right at the very moment, they're actively seeking what you provide.
Okay.
The fundamental objective is to intercept that target audience precisely when they have a need or an interest.
And hit them with a compelling message.
Exactly. A message that motivates them to take that next step.
Right. And what kind of steps are we talking about here? What are we aiming for?
Well, first and foremost, it's about attracting high-quality traffic to your website. That's foundational.
Makes sense.
But it doesn't stop at just clicks. These campaigns are also designed to drive specific actions once visitors land on your site.
Like making a purchase.
Or filling out a lead form. Yeah. Sales or leads.
Gotcha.
And crucially, it plays a big role in influencing consideration, getting your brand and your offerings in front of people who are still in that initial research phase.
So catching them early, too. Okay, so let's explore the different types of Naver Search Ads. The first one we should look at is site search ads, also called Powerlink, right?
That's the one, Powerlink.
Yeah.
This is really the core of Naver's advertising offerings. It's their main, most versatile ad product.
Okay, main product. So where can you actually expect to see these site search ads? It sounds like they have pretty extensive reach.
They really do. You'll find them prominently displayed on Naver's main search engine results page, SRP, both on desktop and mobile. That's the prime spot.
Standard SRP placement.
But their presence extends much further. They can also appear within Naver Cafe, Naver Blog.
Okay, they're content platforms.
Yep. Also in web document search results, and even on Naver Knowledge N.
Knowledge N, that's their Q&A platform, isn't it?
Exactly. It was their pioneering user-generated content platform, kind of like a huge Q&A forum, where users are actively seeking information, solutions. Ads there can tap into that direct need for answers.
Interesting angle.
Site search ads also show up within Naver Shopping. And importantly, their reach isn't limited to Naver's own properties.
Oh, where else?
They also appear on Naver search partners. Think major Korean e-commerce sites like Auction, Gmarket, Interpark.
Wow, okay. Big names.
And on over 10 other content partner websites as well. So it's a truly broad network.
Wow, that is significant reach. So with these site search ads being so widespread, I'd imagine that selecting the right keywords is absolutely crucial, just like advertising on, say, Google.
Precisely.
Yeah.
Strategic keyword selection forms the very foundation. It's key for a successful site search ad campaign.
Right.
You need to really put yourself in the shoes of your potential customers. Think about the exact terms they'd be using when searching for products or services like yours.
Makes sense. Standard search ad principles apply there. All right, next up we have Naver Shopping Search Ads. Now, this one sounds specifically geared towards e-commerce.
That's right. The primary objective here is the direct promotion of products that are listed for sale within the Naver Shopping platform. And a critical prerequisite, something highlighted in our sources, is you must be registered as a seller on Naver Shopping before you can even use this type of ad.
Ah, okay, so that's a hurdle you need to clear first.
Definitely. And it's powerful because many South Korean consumers actually start their product searches directly within Naver Shopping.
So high purchase intent right from the get-go.
Exactly. You're meeting them exactly where they're ready to buy.
Got it. So if you're selling physical goods in South Korea, getting listed on Naver Shopping seems like a non-negotiable first step if you want to leverage these ads.
Pretty much, yes.
And where exactly do these shopping search ads appear?
You'll find them specifically on the search results pages within Naver Shopping itself, both on desktop and mobile.
Okay, so inside the shopping environment.
Correct. And a key visual difference compared to the standard text-based site search ads. These shopping ads are displayed along with a product image.
Ah, visuals. That makes sense for shopping.
Yeah, it makes them considerably more visually appealing and informative for shoppers.
I can see that. A compelling image definitely helps grab attention when you're browsing products. Now, our notes mentioned the keyword strategy for these differs from site search ads. Can you elaborate on that?
Yes, that's a very important point. With site search ads, like we said, you're actively selecting and bidding on specific keywords.
Right.
However, with Naver Shopping Search Ads, the primary mechanism isn't really explicit keyword bidding in that traditional sense.
Oh, how does it work then?
Instead, the platform largely relies on the product information, the titles, descriptions, specs that you've already meticulously registered within Naver Shopping.
Okay.
Naver's algorithm then uses this rich product data to match your offerings with relevant user search queries within the shopping platform.
I see. So the optimization focus shifts.
Exactly. It shifts towards the quality and comprehensiveness of your product listings themselves.
Interesting. So optimizing your product listings in Naver Shopping becomes even more critical for ad performance here than, say, traditional keyword selection.
You got it. That's the key difference.
Okay, moving on to Naver Content Search Ads. This sounds like it targets maybe a different stage of the buyer's journey, perhaps earlier on.
Precisely. The focus here is on amplifying the reach of valuable content that businesses have already created and published, specifically on their own Naver blog or Naver Cafe.
Okay, so leveraging existing content.
Yeah. So if your content marketing strategy in South Korea involves creating in-depth articles, informative blog posts, building a community forum, or sharing detailed product guides through these Naver platforms,
Which are very popular there.
hugely popular, then this particular ad type is tailored just for you.
And similar to Naver Shopping, there are prerequisites here too, right? You need to be actively using either Naver Blog or Naver Cafe.
Correct.
And you actually need to have existing content, actual posts or cafe content that you want to promote.
That's absolutely correct. You can't just run an ad pointing to an empty blog.
Makes sense.
And these ads are particularly effective at engaging consumers who are in that crucial research phase.
The information gathering stage.
Exactly. They're actively seeking detailed information, maybe expert opinions, or solutions to problems. And your well-crafted blog posts or engaging cafe content can provide that in-depth knowledge and, importantly, build trust.
Right. So maybe if a company is launching a new complex product.
Perfect example. Using content search ads to promote in-depth blog posts explaining its features and benefits could be a very effective way to educate potential customers before they even search for specific product keywords.
So it's about meeting their informational needs when they're looking for answers, influencing them before a purchase decision.
You nailed it.
And how does the keyword strategy work for content search ads? Is it more like the traditional site search ads approach?
Yes, it is. With Naver Content Search Ads, you do strategically designate specific keywords that you want your valuable content to appear for.
Okay.
This ensures that your carefully crafted blog posts or informative cafe articles are shown to users who are actively searching for relevant topics or solutions.
Got it. And where do these content ads show up? Also pretty wide reach.
Yeah, pretty broad reach across the Naver ecosystem again. You'll see them on the main Naver SERP, desktop, and mobile,
Okay.
within Naver's dedicated content search results too. On Naver Search Partner, Zoom on their SERP,
Zoom, okay.
integrated into Naver mobile news feeds, and within various other Naver content sections as well.
Okay, quite distributed. That gives us a clear picture of content search ads. Now let's dive into Naver brand search ads. This one sounds like it's specifically for businesses that already have some name recognition in Korea.
That's a very astute observation.
Yes.
Brand search ads are indeed most effective as a tool for promoting a brand that has already built some degree of awareness and recognition among South Korean consumers.
Okay.
They yield the best results when users are actively searching for your specific brand name directly on Naver.
Right, so someone typing in brand X.
Exactly. Think of the strategic advantage of completely dominating those brand-specific search results. You ensure potential customers see exactly what you want them to see when they're actively looking for you.
And the keyword strategy here is quite limited, isn't it? Our notes say you can only target keywords directly related to your brand name.
That's correct. The focus isn't on trying to capture broad category searches or, competitor terms.
Right.
It's about firmly establishing your presence and controlling the narrative when someone is specifically looking for your brand.
And the pricing is different too, not CPC.
Correct again. The
Yeah.
pricing structure for brand search ads is different from the cost-per-click model we've seen elsewhere.
How does it work?
Instead, you pay a fixed fee based on the total duration of your campaign. That can range from 7 to 90 days.
Okay, duration-based.
And the cost also takes into account the historical search query volume for your brand name on Naver over the preceding 30 days.
Ah, so popular brands might pay more.
Potentially, yes. And there's also a minimum campaign fee of 500,000 Korean won, which is, roughly $420 USD?
Around there, yeah. So it's more of a premium, high-visibility placement for established brands looking to really reinforce their presence.
Exactly. Premium placement, premium pricing model.
And where do these brand search ads actually appear? I imagine they get a pretty prominent spot given the focus and the cost.
They absolutely do. Top billing. Naver brand search ads are strategically positioned right at the very top of the Naver SERP.
Right at the top.
On both desktop and mobile devices. Ensures maximum visibility.
Makes sense.
And they can be incredibly effective for announcing important things, like new product launches, publicizing events, or highlighting special sales directly related to your brand.
Perfect for brands wanting to own their search presence. Okay, now we're moving on to location-based search ads. This type immediately brings to mind Google Maps and local businesses.
You're absolutely on the right track. It's a very similar concept to Google My Business and local search ads you see elsewhere.
Right.
The core idea is to effectively promote local brick-and-mortar businesses. Think restaurants, local cafes, neighborhood bars, retail stores.
The usual local suspect.
Yeah, promoting them to users who are actively searching within their immediate vicinity for businesses in those categories. This can happen either on the main Naver search platform or specifically within the Naver Map application, whether they're using a PC or they're mobile.
So people using Naver Maps directly, too.
Exactly. We've seen, for instance, local restaurants and tourist hotspots significantly increase foot traffic by effectively using Naver Smart Place and these location-based ads.
So if someone in, say, a specific district of Seoul searches for best coffee shops near me on Naver.
Exactly. These are the types of ads that would prominently appear for relevant registered businesses.
And there's a prerequisite here, too, something called Naver Smart Place.
Yes, that's crucial. To use location-based search ads, the business must be officially registered with Naver Smart Place.
And what is Naver Smart Place, essentially?
It's basically Naver's equivalent of a comprehensive business profile. It lets you manage your online presence, location details, hours, contact info.
Like Google Business Profile.
Pretty much. And importantly, it makes you eligible to run these geographically targeted ads.
That's incredibly valuable for businesses relying on local foot traffic. Definitely. Okay, finally we have click choice search ads. This one sounds like it might be tailored for a more niche set of industries.
You're spot on. Click choice search ads are specifically designed as a mobile-first ad product.
Mobile first, okay.
And for a very particular set of business types within South Korea.
Such as?
Our sources list pensions. That's a type of Korean-style guest house, often in scenic areas.
Ah, okay. Pensions?
Also photo studios, businesses catering to parties and special events, and also businesses selling products specifically for infants and young children.
Oh, okay. So quite a specific, defined set of industries there.
Very specific.
And where exactly do these click choice search ads appear to users? Still the SERP?
Yes, but with a distinction. They are prominently displayed right at the very top of the Naver SERP, but exclusively when users are searching on their mobile devices.
Mobile only. Got it.
And to be eligible to run these, businesses need to provide essential contact info. Their main business phone number, their website URL.
Standard stuff.
And potentially links to specific subpages that are most relevant.
And pricing?
It's CPC. Similar to the initial site search ads we discussed, click choice search ads operate on a cost-per-click basis.
Okay.
They can be a very effective way for these specific types of businesses operating in South Korea to capture immediate attention from mobile users, given that top placement.
So, wow, we've covered a really comprehensive range of Naver search ad types now.
We have.
Each with its own distinct purpose, specific placement, sometimes unique requirements. It really underscores the depth, doesn't it? The sophistication of the Naver advertising platform.
It does indeed. And the fundamental takeaway, the thing you should really remember, is that Naver's dominant position in South Korea's online landscape. It makes its advertising platforms, especially these diverse search ads, absolutely essential.
Essential, not just optional.
Essential for any business with serious aspirations to grow, or even just effectively compete within that dynamic market. To overlook Naver is, well, it's essentially ignoring the vast majority of the active online audience in South Korea.
Right. Can't afford to do that. It all circles back to that core value proposition then. Naver search ads give you a direct, effective way to reach relevant potential customers. Precisely at the moment, they're actively seeking information, products, services, making that crucial connection right at the peak of their intent.
With a compelling and informative message, exactly.
And it's worth repeating that these are largely performance-driven methods, right?
Absolutely. You have the ability to closely monitor your results, track your ad spend, maintain significant control over your campaigns.
So you can optimize.
Constantly. It allows for ongoing optimization, ensuring your valuable marketing efforts are laser-focused and, demonstrably effective in reaching your target audience.
So the clear conclusion seems to be this. If you're truly serious about engaging with the South Korean market online, then understanding and strategically using Naver's suite of search ad products shouldn't be just a secondary thought. It needs to be a fundamental, well-integrated pillar of your digital marketing strategy.
Precisely. It's about effectively meeting your potential customers where they are already spending their time online.
And in South Korea.
The overwhelming majority are actively engaging with the Naver platform every single day.
This has been a remarkably insightful deep dive into the intricacies of Naver search ads. Really helpful.
Glad we could cover it.
Now for a final thought to leave you with. Considering Naver's truly unique, deeply interconnected ecosystem, how it blends its powerful search engine with those immensely popular content platforms like blog and cafe, and its significant e-commerce presence through Naver Shopping.
It's quite a walled garden, in a way.
It really is. So how might a forward-thinking business, one that strategically leverages these diverse search ad types in a coordinated, complementary way, how might they develop a far more comprehensive and ultimately a more successful approach to deeply engaging the South Korean consumer? Compared to just relying on more traditional, perhaps isolated search engine advertising tactics?
That's a great question. Thinking holistically across the platform.
Exactly. It's definitely a critical question to consider as you navigate this fascinating and incredibly significant online landscape.